To start our event, we'll take a macroeconomic look at Israel and the global economy. For that, we're honored to welcome Professor Avi Simhon, head of the National Economic Council, the body that advises the Prime Minister on key economic decisions, coordinates strategic initiatives, and plays a crucial role in shaping government policy. Please join me in welcoming Professor Simhon. How are you doing?
Thank you for the invitation.
Now, Israel's economy has faced significant challenges due to the ongoing war and global economic shifts. From your perspective, what are the key macroeconomic trends shaping Israel's economic future in the next 5 years?
Actually, there are no trends. There's one, and that's the high-tech sector. Israel right now has a high-tech sector which is much larger proportionally to any other country. There's no other country that has so many people employed in the high-tech sector as in Israel, and that's by far the leading sector.
Now, how do this trend, the one trend that you named, the high-tech industry, align with what we're seeing worldwide? Do you see this in other countries as well?
No. So again, in Israel, we have much more high-tech than any other country. It's more than 10% of GDP. But, you know, when you say 10%, it sounds, okay, it's only 10%. But no, this 10% actually, it's more than 10% of GDP. It's 10% of the people employed, something like 15% of GDP. But it's not just 15% of GDP, because it brings here all the foreign currency that we need to operate a modern economy. So it gives a lot of flexibility to the economy. It provides lots of tax revenues, lots of foreign currency, and also a kind of a clout, because many countries look at us and they say, we want to be like you, and that's very important.
Now, historically, our economy has experienced post-war booms. Do you anticipate a similar economic resurgence for Israel after this war? Why or why not?
Well, you know, this is not just an operation. It's not like the second Lebanon war, after which there was a boom. The second Lebanon war lasted for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. It's a very long war. And to say the truth, after the Yom Kippur War, which was even tougher than this one, much tougher than this one in many respects, after the Yom Kippur War, we've suffered something like 10 years of recession. I wouldn't say recession, but there were 10 difficult years after the Yom Kippur War. So a war on its own does not guarantee a boom.
Well, I want to switch over to STEM for a moment. Many economists are arguing that a strong STEM education system is directly linked to economic growth. From your perspective, how do you see STEM education influencing Israel's economic trajectory, and what role should policymakers play in strengthening this connection?
Sure. So the fact that the Israeli economy is based on high-tech means that we need lots and lots of very highly trained engineers. You say STEM, but mainly computer sciences, computer engineering, electrical engineering. So I would like to be a little bit more focused than just saying STEM. We need that. And what the National Economic Council did a couple of years ago was to get a lot of money that was allocated directly to that. So we told the universities have the freedom to teach whatever they want. But we told them, fine, you have this freedom, but if you train more computer engineers, we'll give you a lot of money per student. and they reacted immediately. This is a government decision that we passed in 2017. They immediately reacted because they want the money, and are now teaching many more students in computer sciences and electrical engineering, which is what fuels the high-tech sector. So that's extremely important, and we need to maintain it this way.
Well, sure, but Professor Simhon, there's still often a disconnect between academic research and the needs of industry. How can Israel's universities and research institutions better align with the demands of the high-tech and broader economy?
So I don't think there is disconnect. It's not always the same. It doesn't overlap perfectly, but it's not disconnected. Why? Because the universities want students to come, and students would come if they can study something that would reward them when they go to the labor market, when they look for a job. So the universities have to react to what the industry needs. But again, it's not a perfect overlapping, and this is where the government is entering. And as I told you in the previous question, is giving the universities money. Well, first they get a lot of money. They get a lot of money, and they teach with that lot of money whatever they want. This is academic freedom. But we give them an additional amount to teach the kind of things that we feel are needed for the Israeli economy.
With global competition for top talent intensifying, how can Israel ensure that it continues to develop and retain the highly skilled workforce needed to sustain economic innovation and growth?
Yeah, you're right. There's a global competition over those talented people. So first, one way to keep them here is to also bring over companies that would compete on their talent elsewhere. So this is why Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, other big techs have very, very large research centers in Israel. And, you know, at the end, it's Israelis who want to live in Israel, and we have to make sure that they want to live in Israel. This is how we keep them here and give those companies and those people the conditions that would make their stay here as good as possible. This is why, for example, we wouldn't like to see increase in tax rates that would cause people to move to a place where tax rates are lower.
Well, now I want to shift over to skills. How critical is the development of skills beyond just degrees for boosting productivity and driving economic growth in Israel? Are there specific skills that you believe are most essential for the future of the economy and the high-tech sector?
People need to be creative. Creativity is the most sought for skill. And again, those departments in universities that teach things that are required in the industry, specifically, mainly computer sciences, electrical engineering, statistics, physics, mathematics.
How can Israel train more qualified human capital?
At the end, it's very simple. It's universities. Universities train the kind of people that would be productive. And this is why we should make sure that the universities face the right incentives to teach those people. But there's no way around it. It's the universities that train the best, most qualified people.
Now, technological advancements from AI to automation are reshaping industries worldwide. What policies or initiatives should Israel prioritize to ensure that technological disruption leads to economic opportunity rather than job displacement?
So first of all, try to minimize on regulation. Try to get the economic incentives to operate freely, meaning free markets, free access to foreign markets, free movement of people, and again and again and again, good education system.
Well, Professor Simhon, thank you so much for your analysis today.